Here at Critical Multimedia, our objective is to give you the best possible audio. Take a look at this video and you'll see some of the processes that we use. So here's a record that we did for the recording legend, Bootsy Collins. On this particular video, we're going to show you and demonstrate the vocal chain that we use on this particular mix.
When are you listening? Johnman's pitches, they were blistering. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Chicago is a winner's wonderland.
So that is the vocal. That particular vocal at this point has all the processing on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down and take out all the processing and then put them back in one by one. And we're going to start with the UAD tape emulation of the 102. And then we'll bring those back in one by one so you can see how that how we got to where we are now.
When are you listening? Johnman's pitches, they were blistering. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Chicago is a winner's wonderland.
That's the original vocal. So, you know, with no processing on it. So now we're going to add the UAD 102. And as you can tell, it smooths the vocal out. Check this out.
When are you listening? Johnman's pitches, they were blistering. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Chicago is a winner's wonderland.
The next step was to add a high pass filter. So everything above, I believe it's 77 hertz, is going to pass through, and then everything below is going to get cut off so that you don't hear any of that low end rumble, and it'll clear up the vocal. So check this out.
When are you listening? Johnman's pitches, they were blistering. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Chicago is a winner's wonderland.
As you can tell, we got rid of a lot of that low end rumble by using the high pass filter. Makes the vocal pop out. And then the next step, we're going to add the classic 1176 compressor. And I want you guys to check out what that does to the presence of this particular vocal.
When are you listening? Johnman's pitches, they were blistering. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Chicago is a winner's wonderland.
Now, after adding the 1176, there's definitely some changes in the vocal. Once we added the 1176, it brought that vocal forward, and it actually added a lot more power. Now that vocal is really, really in your face, and that's what we wanted. Then we added the SSL channel by UAD, and we boosted it at 8K in a bell shape. And then next, to give it some more power in that mid range, we added we boosted on SSL 3K in the mid range, and then lastly we added 120 hertz for the low end on that vocal. We gave it a boost there as well, and then so now we want you to check out that vocal.
When are you listening? Johnman's pitches, they were blistering. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Chicago is a winner's wonderland.
Now you can really hear how the vocal will be able to cut through, especially being able to compete with the other parts of the track, because there's a lot of other instrumentation in this particular track. Then next we added the Ozone, which is a dynamic EQ, and how it works is you set the threshold, and once a signal passes that threshold, limiting will begin, pretty much trying to tame that signal.
When are you listening?
So
Johnman's pitches, they were blistering. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Chicago is a winner's wonderland. Gone away is the old gold. Here to stay is our new hope. Baez and Russell, Schwarber and Brizzo. Chicago is a winner's wonderland.
So, again, I'm going to take this out so you can hear the difference.
When are you listening? Chapman's pitches, they were blistering. A beautiful sight.
So you can hear a little bit of the harshness there. So we added the ozone to take that out.
When are you listening? Chapman's pitches, they were blistering. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight. Chicago is a winner's wonderland.
By adding the ozone dynamic EQ, it removed the harshness, but still allowed the vocal to compete with the track. Then we added the Waves SSL. We boosted that at roughly about 9K, did a shelf on that. So let's check out the results of those efforts.
When are you listening? Chapman's pitches, they were blistering. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight. Chicago is a winner's wonderland.
Using that SSL channel, we added a little 9K on a shelf. And then we boosted at 150 hertz. But this time we used the bell shape. Then we did a little cut at 2 kilohertz. And then we did another high pass filter, roughly 86 hertz. So let's check out the sound of the audio now.
When are you listening? Chapman's pitches, they were blistering. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight. Chicago is a winner's wonderland.
Now we're going to bring the effects back in. So check out the reverb on that vocal.
When are you listening? Chapman's pitches, they were blistering. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight. Chicago is a winner's wonderland.
That sounds like a vocal. So let's bring in the track to mix it in.
When are you listening? Chapman's pitches, they were blistering. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight. Chicago is a winner's wonderland.
And that's how we mix that vocal for Bootsy Collins and the Chicago Cubs. Thank you, Critical Multimedia.